Hi, how are you? So I'm back with a first impression video. Today we're gonna talk about the special Leica camera that I have right here, which is the M11-P Safari. Really pretty in this olive green and silver lens. So let's get into it. Let's get started. So this is probably one of the most beautiful cameras Leica has ever released, and I don't say that lightly. Coming from someone who's owned the Leica Q series, the QP, Q2, Q2 monochrome reporter, and several limited Leica editions, this one really hit different. So this is my first impression of the Leica M11-P Safari. Come along and join me on this cute journey. The Leica M11-P Safari is a digital system camera with a rangefinder. After real-world shooting, anime convention testing, let's get into it and see how I modify it to make it the best street photography camera. So this is not a technical review. This is about feeling, usability, real-world shooting, and emotional connection. Because let's be honest, that's why most of us buy Leicas in the first place, right? Am I right? Because that's for me personally. So today I want to walk you through why I think this Safari color might be Leica's best yet, and how I customize this camera, and my honest experience shooting JPEG straight out of this camera. At the end, I'll share who I think this camera is actually for. So let's start with the obvious, the color. Coming from a Q series user, especially owning the Q2 monochrome reporter, I already love Leica's green tones. But this time, Leica did something very special. They introduced this olive green finish on the M11-P Safari, and honestly, I think it's a dream of a color, and somehow adds a bit of that extra premium feel to it. It's lighter and warmer in the tone of green and has this really subtle luxury to it. And personally, I think the color is immaculate on the M11-P body. It's one of those colors that feels timeless, something I can imagine loving just as much 10 years from now. In my collections of mostly black cameras, it genuinely stands out, but in the most subtle way. So last week I went to an anime convention. My original intention was pretty simple. I wanted to test how the JPEG colors look and how the lens performs when shooting vibrant colors and dynamic scenes. And there were a lot of photographers there. And when I say a lot, I mean easily over 200 plus photographers. And funnily enough, among those big crowds of photographers with black cameras, flashes and everything, one thing that I actually noticed is that I kept catching people staring at this camera, and I believe it's because of the color Safari green just stands out among the big crowds of black cameras. It just quietly pulls attention, which is quite an interesting experience because it still feels understated and refined, but very unique. And I think that's exactly what Leica was aiming for this one. They switched up the classic red logo to this silver looking circle to replace the original logo placement. I would call it like a really low-key kind of camera where people don't really know what you're shooting with, but you could actually see the writing on top of it, the Leica written on top. So yeah, I think that's what they were aiming for this one. A really low-key, low-profile, and understated camera overall. That's what I think. Now let's talk about something very Leica. This camera comes in naked. And by that I mean no strap, no accessories, no extra batteries, no nothing. Just the camera body. It comes just as it is. That's all you get. Obviously no kit lens, but not even a wrist strap. So I kind of love that because it actually gives you the freedom to customize every little detail to your camera and to your likings. Now the M11-P body alone weighs around 640 grams with batteries in it. And once you throw on a lens, in my case, which is the 50mm 1.4, which weighs about 300 grams, 400 grams. So this becomes a fairly heavy setup with the combination of both added together. So ergonomics becomes extremely important in this case. When I first got it, I used the official Leica black leather strap, and it really wasn't my cup of tea as it is quite thin and very stiff and didn't really distribute the weight well at all, especially around the neck because it's really thin throughout the entire strap. No modification on the neck part. So that was kind of like a big no for me. So after one use, I switched to this army green strap, a game changer. It completely transformed my shooting experience because it's much wider, especially around the neck area, which is really good. I only buy with that kind of feature now because it's so important, especially with weighty kind of camera. You definitely need that. And because it's better weight distributed, which is very important as well. With that, it's more comfortable around the neck, and the color visually matches with the camera nicely. It elevated my neck situation dramatically. I no longer suffer with like neck pain when I go out and shoot for like over a few hours. And so yes, the choice of your strap is extremely important when you're looking at a full day of shooting, going outside for either a photo walk or you want to go to any convention or events. You want to look for a really comfortable strap. That's my top advice. So I already had the hand grip installed, which is a must-have essential for this particular model because, you know, this camera is on the weighty side. However, something still felt missing. And I quickly realized I desperately needed a thumb grip. I had thumb grips on my Q2 and my Q3, and having them dramatically improved the ergonomics of shooting. So with a camera plus lens combo this heavy, it almost becomes mandatory, since there are quite a few benefits that you get from having a thumb grip. It can never harm you, but it can do you so much good. I needed to improve my stability, especially when I'm shooting in one hand. On top of that, it reduces wrist fatigue. You know, treat your wrist well. And one extra perk is that it makes the camera feel properly balanced on you, on your hand. So once that's installed, this setup becomes perfect to use. So my current setup includes the army green strap and the 15mm lens f1.4 and a hand grip. So honestly, it feels perfect. It's definitely sitting at 80%, 90% perfect. Just missing one thumb grip and we're 100% done. Now let's talk about the image quality. For the anime convention, I wanted to try something different. So instead of shooting RAW, I decided to shoot JPEGs only and using Leica's original color profile. And I gotta say, I really love it. So Leica color has this really distinctive look. It's saturated but not aggressively. It's kind of crisp and also has this very natural color. Obviously looks better than how your eyes would perceive the world, but that's what's so cool about it. Like straight out of the camera, the world is suddenly 10 times more beautiful than how your eyes perceive it, which is incredible. There is this subtle richness to Leica colors that makes images feel alive, dimensional, and emotionally engaging. The color pops but never look artificial, and skin tones look beautiful. Costume colors were vibrant without looking over-processed, and the contrast is just perfect. I love it. So I used the standard color profile. The JPEG straight out of the camera was so good that I barely felt the need to edit, which says a lot. Because it's so good, so you don't have to, do much post-processing. Normally, I shoot in monochrome, as some of you might know that I personally love shooting photos in monochrome. So monochrome in general is kind of like my visual language, but something about the Safari edition made me want to explore color more, and surprisingly, I love it. It made me want to shoot differently, more playful, more vibrant, more spontaneous. And I think that's really special. When a camera makes you want to change your shooting style, it's inspiring something deeper. So let's wrap this up. Who is the Leica M11-P actually for? This is not a practical camera, as it doesn't have those fast focusing, autofocusing kind of features on it. Nor is it a logical purchase. This is an emotional camera. It's for people who appreciate design, people who love craftsmanship, and people who enjoy slowing down, which is the obvious. When we talk about M series camera, we always mention about being slow and very intentional about every shot, and photographers who values experience as much as image quality. This camera makes photography feels intentional again. Every shot feels considered, and that's exactly why I love it. Alright, so if you enjoyed this style of review, where I focus more on the experience rather than the actual specs, let me know in the comments. And if you would like to see a more in-depth review of this camera, also let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so side note, one of the reasons that I'm smiling so much is because, laughing at myself so much is because I was having some trouble pronouncing the word in depth. I I find it quite hard to pronounce it because I wanted to say in-depth so badly. And somehow today, I suddenly don't know how to pronounce it. So I usually do know how, but in-depth review. So yeah, if you would like to see a more in-depth video, like review of this camera, let me know. Welcome to comment. I love seeing comments, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Do you like this camera? Would you buy it? I also want to know. Would you want to try it at least? Also, last question. If you were to own this camera, which focal length would you go for? That's what I'm curious about. So currently I'm pairing it with the 50mm 1.4 because I thought this focal length is best to shoot in Asia. For some reason, I think it looks really good. But yeah, usually I shoot with 28 because I'm on the Q series, so this time I want to try out a different focal length, which is really cool. Tighter, but creates this really, really beautiful bokeh. So I'm a bokeh monster. I love bokeh. So without further rambling, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and see you next time. Bye.